So this is kind of weird, but like, I don't want to just call you by your internet like name. So,
Oh
like,
yeah, you had a very good point earlier.
What are your like first names? Because that's
I only just learned them all.
Internet slang you. That's weird. It's fucking.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like,
unless you prefer it.
To step back a couple of steps, I met you guys before I even knew who you were.
Right.
And before I even knew, again, like your first names or any of that. So I met you as human beings first, then I knew what you did, and I still don't know your first names. I say, hey, how's it going?
Best friends, motherfucker.
For quite a while, all I called you was Skeet Fighter. Because that's all I knew. That's all I knew.
And truthfully, I think that's totally fine because you're still making human connections. And it's not just us. I feel like at conventions, most people probably do that.
Yeah.
And then you go home and people are trying to friend you on Facebook and it's like, who the fuck is Greg Johnson? And it's like, you see a picture, it's like,
dude, you were blowing him last night for like an hour.
And I had cream eggs in my cheeks.
10 minutes ago, they're like, oh yeah, Leviosa is coming. And I'm like, wait,
that's his name.
That's me.
Even boiled that. But you know what? Tom did that to me too. I was saying that on that one panel. That, like, when he introduced me to people, he's like, this is the ... guy. He didn't even use my fucking name.
He probably didn't know your name.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That doesn't mean it's disrespectful.
Ski Fighter. The Leviosa. Exactly.
But that's it. You get boiled down to one fucking thing, man.
Exactly.
And like us, we just like use like, because we're Let's Players or whatever, the scum of the universe, a guy that's not here, Pat. And then people go, wait, I thought you're Pat, but your voice is because you don't. So
right.
I've been Pat for a while. He's been Chewy.
Oh yeah,
I'm
dude.
fuckface. You tell me. We're at MagFest.
The dude comes up and he's like, I know you guys, right? And it's like it's Matt and I'm Wooly, and he's like, yeah, you're Chewy and Pat. Right? And it's just like, yeah, that's Chewy and Pat. It's
sure.
It's actually Chewy and Fuckface in the morning.
Yeah.
Tune in, you know? Like, I'm Chewy, he's Fuckface.
Though, I will say, if you wear that hat, that hat with a P on it, it does, I mean, I think just natural association, they might do that. I just know you by your...
This is just for this weekend, because I usually rep the Yankees, right? And we're in Philadelphia right now. And then I got a fan in all caps just go, listen. You need to listen.
You think it's funny?
You think it's funny?
It's not a game.
This is not a fucking game.
This is not a fucking game.
Do not wear a Yankees cap. Get a Phillies. Get anything. You will live if you do this weekend.
I thought you were just trying to pull that John Cena bullshit where you try to be a face, where you're always wearing like the local jersey. Like a fucking jerk off. Yeah, exactly.
No, I would never do that.
He was pulling the Johnny Utah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I would never do that. Wink, wink. Yeah. Yes, I did. Because when we had our panels or whatever this weekend, I just kind of was like, "Hey, everyone,
what's up, Philadelphia?"
Pointing to your hat. What's up, Philadelphia? Yeah, exactly. So we still haven't answered the question.
We still haven't answered.
To step back, my real name is William Andrew Stamper.
Okay.
And everyone calls me Stamper. And to go back, this happened a long time ago. When I was about 18, we used to hang out with a bunch of people, and another guy, everyone used to call me Will. And we had another friend that we hung out with all the time, and he was Filipino. His name was Will, too. So nobody got confused. We called him Willipino.
Solid.
But there was still confusion, so they just started calling me Stamper. And then everyone started calling me Stamper, and there was no Will anymore. So it was Stamper and Willipino, and nobody was Will anymore.
Nobody was Will, yeah.
I just say it'd be stupid to call you or Will ever, because Stamper's a cool nickname anyway.
Yeah.
Ex-girlfriends and my mom calls me Will.
Sure.
Everyone calls me
More
Stamper.
intimate, right?
But it's weird, because people try to come up and be intimate and say, hey, Will, how's it going?
Oh, yeah, I hear that, too.
And I don't hear it
I don't hear it either.
And I look like a dick now, because it's like I don't have time for people, but I don't
literally
hear
when
my
I walk
first
next to
name
you,
anymore.
when we're walking down the hall and I hear the word, when someone's like, "Hey, Will," it literally it does not even occur to me that someone's talking about you.
Will, William, any of that. It's just it's gone. It was gone 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
I thought Stamper was just like your street, you know, like he stamps shit, you know. Don't fucking.
He works in the mail room.
Well, that's where the last name comes from. I mean, everyone's got like cool origins for their last names. It's like, oh, you know, I'm O'Neill. Like Stamper's literal. You go back and it's like, oh yeah, this was a job. They used to stamp coins and plates, and I was like, okay.
My name is Irash McFinglas. I was born in Grassy Rock. That's it. No, it's Chris O'Neill.
All right. So like when you were a kid, could people not say the L or something? They just kind of went O'Neill. Like you got half the name out.
Well, you mean for my username?
Yeah.
That was my doing. I was just a loser who was like, yeah, I want a shorter version of O'Neill. I was like, O'Neill. 2 syllables.
I know. It's still the same amount of syllables.
You saved so much time.
I was 15. I was a loser. I still am a loser. But yeah, that's the only story for behind that. And I put an NG on it because I'm an idiot.
People still call you Wonny.
People call me ONAG.
I made that birthday video for you or whatever, where I was like all the different pronunciations of your name.
Yeah,
like
that.
Onigi sounds way more street. Like I can't imagine.
Some people actually pronounce it
with a little dash in between.
Yeah.
So it's like,
some people have said that.
So it's like that old Hotmail address that you can't
yeah.
You gotta keep using it. Yeah, all right.
Some people call me Oney. It's weird. I don't mind it though.
He reps Cadbury cream eggs, but I will defend Hotmail to my death. Like
okay, hold on.
Never been.
Wait. I want to hear
topped.
how
Hotmail.
No. Give me the top. I want to hear the top.
We didn't even finish names yet.
Okay,
dude.
we'll get back to that. We're gonna get back to that.
Hold that.
Okay,
hold that thought.
Mick Lauer, Rice Pirate. So Mick, my biological father was Irish, but I never met him. And then Lauer is actually the second last name I had.
To this day, you've never met your pops.
I always say I never met him. I actually did meet him once. It's just easier to say I never met him. You know what I mean?
Fair
it's like
enough.
saying like, oh, where'd you grow up? If you lived in a place for like most of your life, you don't necessarily need to throw in that other place, because especially if you don't live there for like a week.
It's all bad memories.
It's not bad. No, I
And
met.
the place touched
I
my
probably
wiener.
already told the story. No. But like, I met him once for my 7th birthday. Yeah, and he came by and he already had a new wife and a new kid, and we went to like Seattle Center or some shit, and he gave me Trivial Pursuit even though I couldn't read, so I ended up just like chewing on the pieces. I couldn't.
Now that's
like,
a father.
How the fuck was I supposed to know who the winning the pitcher with the greatest fucking the ERA in 1932?
He like, Dad, could you like Mousetrap? That would have been
I was
fine.
still fucking.
Mousetrap would have been fucking great, dude.
Right?
Dude, your
Mousetrap would have been perfect.
Domino Rally.
Anything like that would have been Shoots and Ladders. Even I
I
would
always
have dealt
wanted
with.
Mousetrap when I was a kid, but I never got
That
it.
commercial was the fucking
Yeah,
sickest.
it was.
That shit was. Oh my god.
It was. I actually enjoyed watching that commercial.
Like, am I gonna open up the box and get a cartoon character jumping
That's
out
right.
of the box, man?
Yes, part cartoon, part commercial. All what do you call it? The Roy Edmondson machine.
Oh, the Rube Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg. Yeah.
What the hell are you guys talking about, Mick?
It's
your
when you
dad. No, I know Mousetrap. Your dad came by with a brand new family
Yes.
and gave you a shitty board game, and you haven't seen him since. And you guys are talking about Mousetrap
Yeah.
commercial.
So, anyways,
that
my
is
name.
the most
So my name's
depressing story ever.
Lauer, which is my ex stepfather's name. He's dead. He raised me, but that was his last name. And I think Lauer. Shad was trying to tell me that it's like German for like prowling or something. But really,
Hiding in the bushes. You know?
I just call myself Mick. It's just so much
Prowler.
easier because technically I consider myself a Wang. This is the problem. Is like my name is Mick, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like Dick, and when you're a kid, Mick, right? And my last name used to be Cooper, so it was Dick Pooper for a long time. but then it was Mick Lauer, and I moved to Taiwan
Dick
when
Power.
that happened. No, it's not Dick Power. It's quite the opposite.
Dick Flower.
Lauer in Chinese is penis, but that's not how you do it. You do the last name first. So you'd say like Lei Mi Ke. That's what it was. But they all called me Hey Lauer, which is like Hey Dick. And my
Lao
first
Wai.
name, Lao Wai, is like a white, or it's like foreigner, like foreigner.
I mentioned Lao Wai because we worked a lot on Deus Ex Human Revolution, where you'd walk around and everyone goes, "Hey, Lao Wai." all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
So-
but Lao just means old. So like Lao Shi is teacher, and then Lao Wai is old outsider, and then Lao Er is kind of like your second cousin kind of thing, and it's your dick.
Yeah.
So they'd all be like, hey, Lao Er. But my first name, Mi Ke, is like rice, gram,
Wow.
dick. Yeah, so no matter, I was kind of fucked all the way around. But then after my mom got divorced the second time, I consider myself, my mom's last name is Wang. My family name, my Chinese family name is Wang, which is also Wang. So I just could never fucking like escape this whole fucking dick.
Congratulations on the Shadow Warrior games. You're doing a
Thanks.
bang up job on those.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But like with your dad like dropping in and then piecing out immediately, at least you kind of don't have like the attachment type.
Not
thing.
at all.
Because my
Yeah.
dad like gave me a couple years of being like solid dad, and then he just fucking went, oh no, I'm out.
Yeah, that's
I'm out,
weird.
and then just got the new family
That's
and shit.
weird.
So I just got the straight up like dropped off in the middle of the mall type shit. I'm gone type of story.
He
and
just
I'm just,
deleted you from his hard drive, and that was.
like from his phone in front of my face, just held his phone up and like find my contact Wooly, just delete.
Right click and recycling bin.
Empty that shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just imagine like your profile dies like a Final
sorry,
Fantasy
man.
Yeah,
character.
well, no, that's
like it does like a Final Fantasy boss, like the lines start dissipating and waving.
Yeah.
Like the lightning strikes twice, and then your character just like fades off the phone.
So I don't know if that's worse or better to not have.
That sounds worse to me. To be honest, because I don't. No, because I don't remember. I remember that day, but it doesn't affect me. It was a series of events.
It's like funny and grim at the same time.
That's how I love it though.
But
That's the best.
It's like grummy. It's grummy.
Yeah, and I think like
dark
for certain
humor.
people, like I don't know how you feel about it, but for me, because it was only that day, and
That's probably what happened to a lot of people, truthfully.
no, it could, but like for me, like some people, I think try to use it as an excuse for some shit. But for me, it's like someone will.
yeah.
Well, no, a lot of people like to use that shit, but honestly, like that was just a day, and I spent the rest of my life being raised by an awesome grandmother.
I heard that.
And so like that's really all I remember.
Okay.
If you need a crutch, though, go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in my case, it's a bit different because I'm named for the fucker. So like, my name Wooly is actually Wooly Jr. because his name is Wooly too.
Wow.
So like, I gotta hold on to that.
Wow, yo,
That's just real.
fucked up.
That's just real. Right?
See, but now you're the real Wooly, though.
Yeah. Well, now when you Google it,
Yeah, guess what?
Who the fuck
that son of a bitch gonna
Bingo.
die.
Right?
He's gonna fucking die. Guess what? Last standing surviving Wooly, right here in the ring.
Yeah,
Right.
Wooly and
Bitch.
Oldie.
That's right.
So that's the thing. It's like after having that name, because people think Wooly's a nickname, and people think it's like, oh yeah, that's like short for like Woolsworth. Or like, you just make shit up because it doesn't sound real.
Right.
But it's just like, no, not only is it real, but it was inflicted on another man who decided I need to share this suffering with other people, include my son.
Yeah.
And so he just straight up was like, no, Wooly Jr.
That's like a boy named Sue shit.
When you first told me that, oh, my dad's actually named Wooly and I'm Wooly Jr., I'm like, so do you have to like fight your dad for like the name or something? Past it? Are you a Highlander? Like, I don't.
You absorb the power of the Wooly.
That's it, and I mean, like, and as far as like the whole like attachment shit goes, it's like, my dad's like Jamaican, and like there's a thing that happens with Jamaica where it's just like you can't stop finding new places to drop your seed and like just fucking move on.
Right.
So like I have siblings I never met and all that kind of thing.
That is a broad generalization, my friend. You can't just say that.
No, but I can't just say that. You're right, but it just happens that.
Nah, you can say that.
My dad and his brother and whatnot, like it's like 7, 8 kids, all different mothers type of situation going on. So and just being real. This is my life.
So listen, this
is who I am.
This isn't a comparison, and we should move on. But I very rarely mention this, but there was kind of a joke because Mick is actually an Irish slur, right? And so like on my Xbox profile, I can't actually write my first name.
That's
That's
really stupid.
Yeah, but you know that, right? Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
I didn't
you
know
can-
Mick would be a thing that would be banned on.
Yes. So Mick is banned. So I had to, But so the joke was that I had. They were like, "Hey, where did you get this name, Mick?" Because you never really hung out with your dad or whatnot. And so the joke because my mom's Chinese, so the joke that I always told was like. I was born, and then as he was out the door, she's like, "Wait, what am I supposed to do with this kid? What is his name?" And he's like, "Oh, just keep the stupid Mick." Fuck. And then that's how I got the name. But when I was in London, none of my teachers called me Mick. They all called me Michael.
Really?
And I was like, that's not my name. I swear on my passport,
has
my birth
nothing to do with
certificate.
it.
Yeah, exactly. But they did not believe it. They were like, that's not an actual name. Yeah.
That
was
I've never
annoying.
heard someone that has lore for their name. Like you can write like a Tolkien can write like a whole book about
Sure.
your name.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Son of Wooly, son of Wooly.
We have like a confusing thing where our channel is actually SleepyCast with
Yeah,
nice.
with a 1.
Good job on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I had an original channel which was just called SleepyCast, like spelled like it's said, and that was all fine. But because of Disney, I got that too many copyright strikes, so I had to come up with something that was similar, but whatever. But SleepyCast was just a dumb internet nickname. I don't use it anymore, but the channel's named that. But it's a lot less like dramatic and
No.
than yours. But me and my friend are running to catch a subway to get to high school, and he gets on first, and the doors close, and my friend's going, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be late for school. My classes, and he gets to school, and I get the next subway. I get there, I get out, I see a bus, I get on it, I get to school before my friend who walked.
Yeah.
And then he sees me there pulling, I'm like trying to all be casual.
Yeah.
Pulling my stuff out of my locker. Oh, hey, what's up? And he goes, you're like the Switcher. And I hate that guy. Still. I stopped being friends with him. But I was like, that's a good name.
Right in that moment.
That's a good
Right
name.
in that moment.
I was like, when I create Let's Playing, in
decided.
10
Yeah,
years,
you lifted up your cell phone and you deleted his contact and he died like a Final Fantasy boss, lightning, and then it just like faded with the lines.
that is such
You
a
and your
solid,
Final Fantasy line,
Yeah, you're
man.
obsessed with it.
but that's a solid visual.
That's-
and many people know.
It's
exactly
a nice
what that
slow
is.
death. It's like one of those very satisfying, like, wow, we just beat it and we're gonna watch this thing die for a bit.
You ever beat like Ruby Weapon in Final Fantasy VII?
Did you ever beat the Emerald Weapon?
Yeah, it goes like. Yeah. And you're like, whoa!
It's like flossing
so
something
good.
heavy out of your teeth. You just like finally pull it out.
Oh, it's so good.
Did you say you couldn't get Mick on Xbox?
Yeah.
That's real bullshit.
Dude, I was banned from Xbox because my name was Pee Storm.
That's your fault.
No, they're really bad. And
It's
also,
not my fault, Pee Storm.
It's a bad word.
You know what? They were mad at me because I was rocking them.
if you have an
And
iPhone,
they reported me, and they didn't want to get beat by anyone named Pee Storm or Juicy Kisses. Juicy Kisses was my
is
second
great
name.
though.
Like, juicy, like spelled like juice.
It was just Juicy Kisses.
Like
Yeah,
that's
not
the one that they
Jew.
didn't
yeah, that's the
ban
only
me.
thing I would think they would
You got
feel
banned
bad
for being juicy too?
No.
Okay, that's good.
I had to go from that, but they still didn't like that one after that. But Pee Storm was totally fine. Pee
Yeah.
is fine.
I was just kidding. I agree.
Pee Storm.
PP Storm is online.
I came down.
the autocorrect for the word Mick is generally muck. I get that from my dad and
Oh,
my
yeah,
mom.
that happened on my cell phone.
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll write me. They'll be like, "Hey, muck." I'm like, "Oh
But then,
God."
like,
You
what
still
does-
have the hotel
God, no.
Yeah.
How does half of Australia even go on Xbox Live then? Because I just assume everyone in Australia is named Mick. That's just a very Australian name.
There's
to be
people
as
called
well.
Dick and shit.
But I thought in Australia it was. Oh, is it like a? I always thought it was a nickname though.
Yeah, but
No,
who cares?
but no,
there has to be a few people called Dick.
Or they just called themselves that. See, I always thought your last name was Muscles.
No. Well, that's not actually my last name.
Okay.
The human tongue has not found a way to pronounce my last name yet.
Okay.
Because it's Polish, but Mick Muscles.
Okay,
It's
Mick
just-
Muscles.
It's just my wrestling persona name.
No, his actual name. He's a fucking beat cop. He's Kowalski, basically.
Yeah.
No!
Straight up.
But that's
No!
but again,
A beat cop.
Kowalski!
because he's a loose
Amazing.
cannon, Kowalski. You're off the fucking case.
Turn in your badge in peace.
That's for everyone else's benefit. It's actually
Right.
Kovaleski, and that's spelled the opposite of how it's said or even looked at or heard.
Kovaleski.
Yeah.
So I want to know how many people.
Everyone.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
No
Yep.
one gets
Yep.
it right.
Yep.
If some,
I'm just saying like that mental dyslexia. Like you're assuming what you're
see
looking
the-
at is a thing.
Yeah.
It ain't that thing.
If I ever go to a store and order anything, if anyone says my name right, I'm probably gonna marry this person because this is a connection that I very
Dude,
But
even-
my fiance cannot say my last name correctly.
Dude, even if your name is spelled out in plain text, everyone, for the most part, everyone calls me Stanford, like the college.
Really?
I say it over the phone, it's in plain text, and they
Stanford.
will
Oh, that
still
makes
call me
sense,
Stanford.
though. I can see
That's
that.
why every time you're around me, I say stamper, like a mail stamp.
Yeah.
And I do this with my hand.
Yeah.
Because
Stamper's
it like
not a common name
bangs
at
it
all.
into their mind.
I got the last name Madden, so I'm like, hey, you play football? Yeah, I
Oh,
play
funny.
football.
Woolly Madden?
Madden.
You got an Xbox?
That's a great name. though.
It's fucking weird, but thank
Each
you.
part individually is not much, but when you put it together,
Yo,
it's super
that's right.
when you
strong.
form up like Voltron.
Yeah.
No,
it comes
or
together. Yeah,
I would say more like a bomb. Like you take some of this calcium nitrate or whatever. Like
Yeah.
these chemicals on their own, they're kind of they can do their thing. You put them together. Oh shit! Don't shake it too hard.
I don't know what you're talking about. Woolly Madden sounds like a candy bar I want to eat, my friend.
That's
Woolly
true.
Madden.
It also sounds close to a woolly mammoth.
Oh yeah.
Which is the other, like, just it's like, yeah, I've heard it all.
It also sounds
I've
like
heard it all.
It sounds like a bar that has like arcade games too, like Dave and Buster's. Like, hey, let's go to
Yeah,
Woolly
Woolly
Madden.
Madden. Yeah.
No, like
Also,
Steve Madden or
Woolly
you would
Woolly.
make an amazing woolly mammoth.
Are these dreads real or are they part of your hat?
They're real.
Whoa.
They're totally.
Because they kind of look like wool.
No, at this point it's just a character accessory, but
They're cool.
Yeah, yeah.
no, it's for real.
Are they part of your hat?
Look like it. I want to make sure.
Some people do that. Some people
Do they really?
You can go there's a flea market that we did a video
In
for.
comedy movies, people do. They pull it off. They got the
with the red
Jewish curls, and they just.
We just came from a convention, dude. There's people wearing all kinds of shit.
With
Yeah,
the big
it's true.
spliff hanging from it and shit.
I apologize for his behavior. I am so sorry, my
being
friend.
a
I want to
racist.
know, Matt.
Yes.
How much hair you got?
Not much. About the same as you.
Okay. No. Hold
Oh,
on.
dude, we have the
we're
same
all in the
hairline.
same. No,
That's
no.
great.
We're
You're in there
all
too, dude. Look.
We are all in the same club. Now, I'm curious. Have you ever considered wearing a wig? Honestly, has
Never.
it ever crossed your mind?
Never.
What's the
the
number one
hell
reason?
are you talking
Shut up. What's the number one reason?
Because I'm not a clown.
I'd be worried that someone would run up and grab it, pull it off, and everyone start taking pictures of
Like,
it.
I've
You
seen
mean like
enough
a wig or a toupee? Or
Like a hair
what?
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't
I've
know.
seen enough Seinfeld. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to be in that like comedy situation of like, oh
A
no,
gusty breeze blows it off.
right?
Yeah.
Never,
And it makes that whoop sound like whoop.
And for some reason, it's taped in the back, so it just
Oh yeah,
flops up.
somehow it like like someone scalped you, but like not all the way.
And what's really garbage is that I earned it because like my dad like is losing his hair or whatever, and I just had like a full luxurious head of hair and whatever, and I was just like everyone like just fucking look at me, look how cool I am. My dad's like you're gonna lose it when you get to your 30s. I'm like shut up, dad, and then I'm like fuck, and I'm like
Dude.
oh god,
My dad still has a beautiful head of hair.
that's bullshit.
I'm fucking up here.
It skips a generation. My mom's fucking side of the family are all bald as shit.
Oh.
I'm getting there.
So you're fucked.
I could do what Mick said and just paint my head red so that when the toupee flies up, it looks like I've been scalped.
Tattoo a brain.
Yeah, tattoo a brain.
Tattoo a brain on your bald
So
head.
then no one can laugh.
No, but like